I mean, a decent. Just get any CRT. Dude, you've been sold a bill of goods if you think you gotta like get some sort of high end thing. I've been hearing this crap a lot lately about getting a decent CRT. It's like, dude, get any CRT. The first one you find outside, use it. It's better than what you're using. Any one's better than what you're using. If you're not on CRT at all, everything's better than what you're using. Everything. Even a little like portable one from the 70s is better than what you're using. You don't need to fucking buy a PVM or any garbage like that, dude. It's a fucking cash grabbing scam. You don't need it. Like this isn't a PVM, but this is like PVM quality. You can get consumer TVs that are good. This is a 2002 TV Apex. Like this is fucking good, dude. Look at this. Like you definitely don't. You can find a CRT. Get anything because I hear this everywhere, dude. I've been hearing it a lot lately about people like they're like I can't get a CRT. It's like man, you're not looking. Like go to your recycling drop off zones and stuff like that, and just like grab as many as you want. It's like, dude, they're still everywhere, man. They're still everywhere. I'm still finding them everywhere. You could do it, man. Not everything in the world should be bought online. How do you connect PC? I use a scaler. I definitely recommend don't cheap out on the scaler because a lot of like cheap electronics can just like fall apart pretty quickly. Here, I'll show you the. I use this. Here. Uh, I use this. This one cost me like 90 bucks Canadian. So this one's you can barely see it. It's so dark, but this thing connects to component cable. So it goes from HDMI to component cable, and then it just like goes into my 480, right? It looks really good, doesn't it? Does does this look like okay? I want you to know I paid nothing for this TV. I paid nothing for this TV. Does this look like crap? Does this look like trash? Does this? I paid nothing, dude. This is how good CRTs are, dude. Dude, the thing is, people. The thing that people don't really know, dude. If you get like a early 2000s one or something like that, the thing is cameras weren't that good. Like in terms of like high definition resolution televisions, it's a hoax. Total hoax. The only thing that was like they were better. TVs were better back then, even with the 240. The thing is cameras and stuff and rendering software were not the same. It's like dude, you get one of these, man. Yeah, yeah. It goes from HD to component. Now I think the characters are a little thin. I wonder. I think my aspect ratio maybe. No, I don't think it's squished. I think this looks right actually because things are round. Yeah, yeah. So it goes from HDMI. So I got my computer up here for a stream, and a lot of like computers and stuff can just like output HDMI, so you can connect multiple monitors and things like that. And that connects to my converter or my adapter, which goes HDMI, connect it there, HDMI, and then outputs to component stereo audio, of course, and then straight into my TV. This is a 2002 consumer TV, so like this has component, but finding a TV with component cables is doable, dude. But this one in particular is a really high quality TV, in my opinion. Like this is what I would call a very high quality consumer TV. Like you don't need to spend $300 on a PVM. In fact, do not do that. And my advice to everybody starting a new hobby in the world, it doesn't matter what your hobby is. I think the first step to starting a new hobby is don't spend a lot of fucking money. Like it's like you know what I mean? Like you gotta like it's really like doing the research and stuff, or really just trying something. Like don't spend a lot of money because you know you like because I've seen the videos. I know there's like those guys like Retro RGB and you know fuck My Life in Gaming, you know those guys. Like these guys they're ad runners. Like these guys are doing commercials. They're trying to sell you these weird products like the retro tank and stuff. You don't need that stuff. And you know some of these products they're hustling are good products. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are good, but some of them are just like they're just like some sort of like product that happens to be marketing towards like the retro gaming community. And you don't need crap like that. So it's just like this whole like RGB craze. You don't need that crap, dude. You know, there's comparison videos out there, and I find that RGB may separate the dark blacks shades a lot more, and but I feel like that also can be a detriment, as like some things need to like dither a little more than others. But yeah, my advice to you, dude. So you already got the controller, dude. I feel like having a good controller. I got a decent one. Like this is dual. This is good enough, right? Especially because it has a good stick. This is the Tekken 5 PS2 stick. I wish it had better buttons, but other than that, this is a good stick. I'm gonna buy it, but I only paid like $35 of it. But I paid a guy like $35 for it, like years and years and years ago, right? I've had it for years. I got a couple of cheap sticks. I didn't pay anything for the CRT. I got a bunch of CRTs, you know. Like I got this 1982 Zenith, and I got like this one up there. I also got out there a 16 by 9, 16 by 9 HD CRT, and blah 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 blah. Like just outside the door here, you see that black line there. Like that's a D series. I got that for $10 at a garage sale. You know, like dude, CRTs are fucking everywhere, dude. They're fucking everywhere still, dude. Everybody in the world had at least two of them. Not even kidding. And some people are still using them. Like you know what I mean? Like and a used one, right? Like everybody had two working ones and a used one they're not using. Like I swear, like dude, you can find them for free. Find yourself a CRT for free, and then you know get addicted to finding. Like walk your dog, go up alleyways and stuff. Like you'll find them for sure. I definitely you don't need this like you don't need a PVM to get this quality, right? Like look at these characters. Now you can definitely see the scan lines of the GoPro and stuff, but like, does this look bad? It looks really good. Look at this guy. Look how that image comes together. Like it's like a yeah. So like yeah. First advice: don't try to do it without spending any money. But you're gonna have to get yourself a converter. Don't get the cheapest one, but try some out. Like even try a cheap one. I bought a cheap one and it seemed okay, but it also crapped out on me. Yeah. So yeah, for sure. Like get yourself like a. It's because you play Fightcade. Here, I want to show you stuff. Because yeah, you know, like I know what it's like with the YouTube and the influencers, man. The influencers' influence is it's strong, right? Like it really is. Because I know what they tell you. They want you to sell you like $150 converter, like a $300 PVM, you know. Then they want to sell you. When it comes to controllers and stuff, they don't give a fuck. They want you to buy all this weird $60 crap. But you're smarter than that already. Like when it comes to controllers, because you said you had like sandwich parts and shit like that. So you already got the high end stuff. That's like really good. So you're already in the correct space when it comes to like getting good sticks and stuff like that. getting good buttons, responsive stuff. Now that you got really, really, really good buttons, and I feel like a lot of like PC gamers and stuff, like the PC crowd, they like kind of like go for like mechanical keyboards and stuff like that. Like controllers are way different because like quality, like more big time difference than even keyboards. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird because like yeah, when it comes to the PC crowd and keyboards, they kind of get anal about getting like mechanical keys that like are more responsive. But in the long and the short of it, any keyboard is fine. Like like the time between like a key press and hitting the same key again of like the possibility of how fast you can possibly do it compared to a mechanical to a membrane is like it's a very short amount of time. But when it comes to like console gamers and arcade gamers and their controllers, you know, people don't tend to go for the quality stuff. They tend to go for the novelty crap that looks like a Super Nintendo controller with a USB. You know what I mean? But you're already in the good space, right? You got the good stuff. And then so there's other good controllers and stuff out there. Like I can get into converters. I can get into like kind of what I'd use for PC and stuff like that. Yo, hold up. Let me get out of this. Let's go into Fightcade. I just want to show you some stuff. Yeah, HDMI to component. Like you can get yourself like they tell they tell you to buy these controllers, $300. Then they wanna like sell you all these bizarre like emulation devices. And this is where I think it gets really scammy with a lot of these YouTube influencers. Now FPGA might be legit. I have not tried it myself, so I haven't commented, but I've heard some opinions that I trust, and I think that a FPGA might live up to the hype. But we'll see. But they try to sell you weird RetroPies. These things lag and stuff. Dude, go and get yourself Fightcade if you haven't already, because this is probably the most like cared about emulation there is. And it's totally free, and it has the best online, bar none. Doesn't matter what game you're talking about. Yeah, right now this is not in the right aspect ratio. Yeah. Let me just check my inputs. I'm kind of putting this in backwards. Okay. Yeah, but definitely don't get yourself the cheapest converter. When it comes to getting parts, though, like go to your local thrift store. You know what I mean? Go to your thrift stores. Get yourself HDMI cables from there. Get yourself from Get yourself yeah, you're in Russia. Russia's probably pretty much the same. In fact, Russia's way more populated where I'm from. Like I'm from Canada, right? Like so, like Russia's population. Like if you're anywhere around like central Russia, like western, west of the mountains, around anywhere 100 miles from like Moscow or something like that, dude, there's got to be CRTs everywhere, unless your country had some weird exodus of the CRT and they're all been destroyed for some weird ass reason, because like things like that have happened in countries where like North Korea banned the washing machine and just like they destroyed all the washing machines. Anyway, so I sometimes on Fightcade on this TV I get some screen tearing, unfortunately, and so that's kind of unfortunate. But the game looks so good. I didn't mean to pick Allison, but yeah, and it feels very, very responsive. The CRTs, man. CRTs are just great. Oh, the juggle. Now, CRTs are a fuss, you know, like, you're gonna find some, you know, some issues with some, you get, there's like a lot to learn with CRTs and stuff about, like, you know, getting them in good condition for gaming and stuff like that. If you find one that's kind of like all messed up or something with the geometry and stuff like that, you know, there's things you can fix. Lots you can fix.